Good morning. I'm trying to replicate what I built before. This rake is 60 inches. So I was going out to lawns and taking it behind the mower and setting my lines with the specific pass route structure. Of course, it bolts on and then it tips to clear and stuff. But on using the John Deere and then going with the 60-inch Hustler and following the same pass route structure to set real, brilliant lines, but also for the organic benefit of organic entrainment. So it supports the soil microbes and the mycelium in the lawn and grows dense, nutrient-rich soil to help offset what is happening right now, where we've lost approximately 40% of our living soil over the past few decades just because of mowing and mowing at heights that are more proximate to environmentally more proximate to strip mining than actually mowing, because the plant is so far from its genetic desired expression that it downregulates several very important growth factors that support human life, but also they leave very low mowing kills that top layer of soil that's generations of development to create. So you're a lawn guy, or if you're a lawn guy, if you're mowing like most of the people that are cutting grass right now, and you're not fighting for what's right, then you're just taking and monetizing centuries old living soil for a few bucks, and you're not part of the solution. And I, for one, am tired of living in what's in it for me world. And I'm tired of having been outside of that thought process for a long time and doing the right thing, but living amongst people that are so vested in meville, what's in it for me, that they don't even understand or see the benefits that I'm trying to convey. And I have to fight with them, not literally, but to get them to have some understanding or at least tolerance. But then they can't even see the difference in the results. So, it's incredible to me. So anyway, what I did was I cut up all the pieces. It's more to it than you think. It's a very simple rake, actually, and very light. So it's not really an issue to take it with you on your rig. See, that one's for a 60-inch pass, and this mower is a 52-inch deck with some slight modifications. But this is not the end-all, be-all, okay? I do not want a standard platform, and I do not want a deck as narrow as 52 inches. The end-all, be-all, I believe, will be a sit-down, okay, and having the rake in front of the deck, okay, but behind the tires, because you don't want to uplift your turf and then press down two lines where your tires roll. To achieve this, it'll be more like that chassis with dual foot lifts that you can't barely see it back there. And then it'll be a deck like this. This one's 60 inches wide, but because it's very short from front to back, I'm hoping that it will leave room for what I call lawn processor, not lawn mowing, okay? Where, sorry about the camera work, there will be a drum roller or a cylindrical piece that supports the rake tines so that they can rotate in an anti-directional fashion, and then they'll have fingers that come out and clear the tines so that material lays back down to get mulch, so that some of the edges go in to touch where the microbes can get it without coming out into the sunshine, which they won't do. And then on the back side of the deck, if I have extra room, I want to do the to enhance the appearance, because I have to sell this, even though what they should realize is they're getting lower food costs, lower taxes, a lower healthcare cost, more oxygen, frequent rainfall, more oxygen, I don't know if I said that, lower violence. I'm not going to go into why all this happens, but when you live within your environment instead of in dominance of it, or try to, well, and the chemical companies. We don't want that going in continuously. We want real resources, not man sources. You can't replicate what nature does. The calculations are beyond what all the computers on the earth cannot calculate. Just my lawn, how much moisture to put in this spot, that spot, that spot, how much fertilizer to put in this spot. But nature does it automatically. You see what I'm saying? If you let it happen. So you don't know what shade patterns are going to be, what topographical features might trap or retain a little bit more moisture. It's beyond what all of you collectively, all the knowledge, it's not going to pair up to what nature can do. I think there's probably a huge amount of knowledge that's stored in our ecosystem itself, in that you're not and I'm not able to access necessarily. Okay, so and it's common knowledge now that the plants can communicate audibly and through chemical and electrical signaling. So like, if you have the same genre of microbiome within you, and you've curated that species through proper diet and care as to what you don't eat, and you go out upon these lawns and you curate a lawn species that's resilient for your environment and stable to your ecology, then you're going to have a sharing, I think, and then there's long been settled science that there's a gut-brain connection. So what those little bugs begin to know in your digestive system transfers information to the neural network or whatever. It don't matter, okay? What matters is we're all doing it wrong. We all have been doing it wrong, and it's got to stop. So anyway, the front of the deck would be the dethatch roller, and then the back behind the deck would be maybe a piece of, see that deck conveyor belt to lay the grass down, like a striping roller, or a roller itself might be a little less harsh on the actual blades of grass. But anyway, and in fact, that would probably be the way I'd pursue it. So then your mower becomes a lawn processor. Now, you wouldn't want to run this at all times of the year, and I would want to have independent height adjustments for all three components. So it's not going to be something easy to do, but it's worth trying for. But if anybody wants to work towards solution sets, just for now, raise your cut height. I mean, we're getting too much moisture hung in the atmospheric cycle. It's causing very hazardous wet bulb events where perspiration cannot be evaporated and cooling cannot happen for human beings and livestock. I mean, we're already causing nitrogen imbalances because we're not supporting nitrogen balancing microorganisms within our lawn. Then the runoff wipes out huge amounts of food supply through red tide, algae blooms, etc. Do we also want to have on hoof livestock in jeopardy if they can't have climate control? I mean, how far do you people want to take this for your green lawn experience? I mean, I just I can't even believe how selfish people are. Anyway, y'all have a good day.